The girl can sing.
Yes, she can.
Yeah, very talented musician and singer.
A lot better than Lawrence Welk.
Way better than Lawrence Welk. Even though I do enjoy a good polka, we are so fortunate to have Gracie Shenk back, and she will tell us more of her story and journey, as well as perform a few more numbers.
I'm looking forward to that again.
Me too.
Welcome back to the third chair. We have Grace back for this week, and we still have Peter.
Yeah.
How we put up with Peter is a question we still haven't been able to explain to our audience.
No.
We can't explain Peter to our audience.
Either one.
I am just a hallucination. Because the mantra of this show, never enough magic mushrooms.
I don't know who voted on that. I must have missed that production meeting.
Peter, the last thing you need is a magic mushroom. I think you're good already.
Management disclaimer, the views of Peter are not the official views of Two Men and a Duck Entertainment.
Or anybody else. So can you tell us what you're thankful for? I mean, are you thankful?
Sure, absolutely. I'm definitely thankful to have my sister, who is very close to me. She and I have always been really close, and we have a really great relationship even though we're far away. We always FaceTime. We always make sure that we're texting. We're a little bit clingy. We call it Clingular Wireless is the cell phone plan that we subscribe to. So.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, I've got a clingy to my wireless too.
Same, exactly.
Yeah.
So where's your sister live?
She lives in Virginia still.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Is she older or younger than you?
She is 9 years older.
9 years older?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And, you told us in pre-production that she's indigenous.
Yes, sir.
I was
this person.
Yeah. We have different dads, and her side of her heritage is indigenous, so she's been exploring that a little bit more as she, kind of becomes an adult and is close in proximity to the tribes that are in her area. In Virginia, she lives pretty far out in the country, so every time she has some good garden harvest or anything like that, she'll go down to hang out with the Pamunkey people, and she'll give them some of her harvest and kind of say thank you for letting me hang out on your land, and they kind of share stories, all that good stuff. It's a really cool thing.
That sounds like a really unique
work together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how often do you talk to her?
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah. We usually wake up and we have our coffee together, and then I go to work and we either try to have lunch together or try to talk to each other before we go to bed, but we talk to each other pretty frequently.
So do you have to get up earlier in the morning to talk to her?
Yeah.
So because 2-hour time difference.
Yeah. No, I'm up pretty early for sure. I usually wake up around 5 or 6, but I like waking up early, so it's just, if I sleep in, she never minds. Yeah.
Yeah, so do you find you get more productive work done early in the morning, or are you more of a night hawk?
Kind of half and half. It depends. Usually I like waking up in the morning so that I can have a little bit more time to get rid of the sleep under my eyes before I'm out in public. I'm not really a morning person despite waking up so early, so I try to give myself a minute to adjust, and then later in the day I'll kind of get more into focusing and stuff.
Okay, you're a singer, and sometimes they have late shows, right?
Yeah.
And,
absolutely.
are you able to get up at 5 or 6 in the morning after doing a late show?
Usually, yeah. Usually I'm up kind of early and then I'll take a nap, but it just kind of depends.
Another napper. We've had famous guests that have been nappers on this show, yes.
Naps, you can't go wrong, man. They're so good.
Do you do a short nap or a long nap, or how? Because some people say, if you nap too long, then you feel kind of really groggy afterwards. So you got to figure out the right length.
And Peter took a nap during the show once.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and he got caught by the guest.
Yeah, it was terrible. It's terrible.
It's there on tape.
Yeah, the worst part about it is that I had to wake up from my nap.
That's your way of telling me I'm putting you to sleep.
Oh, no. I had been up all night.
We have no idea how I fell asleep. This was a local rapper, and there's no way you can fall asleep on Joe.
Okay.
Yeah, it is
Joe's great.
Yeah, his name is even Coffee. How'd you fall asleep on Joe?
Yeah, I know. I just didn't sleep well the night before. Yeah. Yeah, boy, I felt bad.
Hey,
For about a minute.
It's okay. You get the
I
relax.
felt
easy.
great because in post-production I got to make fun of him and point arrows at him. It was a good thing.
There you go.
Has your sister ever come to Colorado?
She has, yeah. She really likes it out here.
Okay. So would she consider coming this way, or is she happy in the country out there?
Hopefully. She's really happy in the country. But I keep on telling her as soon as I make some good money off of music, I'll buy her some waterfront sister storage somewhere closer to me. So
Nice.
When she does come out here, we got to get her on the show.
absolutely.
We love your
Fantastic
stories.
story. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's definitely a really interesting person.
She sounds like it. You know, and one thing that I noticed that I found very interesting, and that was I noticed you have done at least one music video.
Yeah.
Dynasty, tell us about that. What was that process like?
So it's really cool actually because I filmed that about a year ago, and it was right after we had established the music group, everything like that. And originally I had hired these two guys to do the video, and I ran into the exact same issue where they kind of dilly-dallied on me, and it ended up being like a month or so, and I didn't have any footage. So I'm not going to name the media company because they are still operating in the Springs, and they definitely, I got my money back. I don't want to antagonize them anymore, but it was clear that they were in the wrong, so they ended up refunding me my money. And I went with a woman-owned business, Hallie P. She's up in Denver is where she operates out of, and she's absolutely genius. If you ever need any kind of production or anything like that for any kind of bigger projects, definitely check her out.
Nice.
And I called around for a couple of laundromats, called the Laundry Lounge actually, and they said that I could not film in their establishment. So it was kind of cool that I ended up performing there later on.
Wow. Wow. And so once you had settled with the group, how long did it actually take from, like how many days did you film? And were you like I haven't seen it. I tried to find it. I haven't seen it. Were you on different sets around Colorado? Were you outside in the mountains? And
Yeah.
you know, so how did that work out?
Yeah, so we met at the, it ended up being a different laundromat that we met at, and we did the filming there. Hallie had some really great ideas as far as some of the angles that she wanted to capture, and then I kind of had a vision in my mind as well for some shots that I wanted, some of the like dryer scenes, stuff like that. And then we...
Dryer scene.
Yeah.
What's a dryer scene?
Laundromats have
Dryers?
Yeah. There's
so
a
you
scene
were-
where I'm kind of sitting in a dryer, and it was
okay.
like I was wearing roller skates, and it was just something that I really had like envisioned in my mind, just that particular scene. So she was really good about capturing kind of that vision. And then I had kind of this picture in my head of a above shot from kind of like outdoors kind of thing, like a sky background, and then she did a good job of capturing that as well. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. And so do you remember about how many days of filming it took?
Just one. I
So
think
you got it
it
mostly
took
done
about
in-
2 hours actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's you know, you can watch these YouTube videos on like how to make a music video really cheap, where there's basically just 4 different shots. Let's splice them all
It's
together.
crazy.
Yeah.
No, she's crazy intense, man. She's a one-woman show. She shows up with she's got her generator out in the woods that she lugs out, and she's got all of her lighting and everything, and we just kind of, we artistically really connected, and we had similar visions of what we wanted, and she's a very creative person, so it's kind of cool to vibe off of each other.
Cool. Have you done any acting?
I have not. I used to do school plays and stuff like that, but aside from that, acting's not really my scene.
Well, I would respectfully submit that you probably could do a great job acting. You certainly have the presence and the bubbliness, and that. I think you could do it.
We're going to talk about pets when we get back.
Pets.
Yes.
Pets. All right.
understand
Finally, we can
Grace
talk
has-
about the snakes.
No.
No snakes.
Well, unless
Cats and
Grace
dogs.
has snakes.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah. Welcome back to the third chair. Peter, stay awake.
Peter's awake. Because we're finally going to get to talk about snakes.
If Grace has
No
snakes.
snakes. No snakes.
Maybe she has snakes.
No snakes for me.
Oh,
snakes,
okay.
just-
See?
just
Sorry,
cats.
Peter.
Not even a
No
little.
snakes for you, Peter.
Not
No
even,
snakes.
not even like a little garter snake.
Well, I hope not. I mean, not to my knowledge, I should say.
Okay.
So, tell us about your pets.
So I have a service dog named Appa, and he is huge and slobbery and amazing. He's just almost as tall as me when he stands up on his like hind legs, and he's about 100 pounds of pure sweetness, except for when he's protecting, obviously.
What kind of dog?
He is a mix, so he's a black and tan hound, and I think he's Great Dane, but I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Everybody tells me that he has Great Dane legs, and I agree, but he looks a lot like black and tan hounds, so
It's a big dog.
yeah,
Big dog.
big guy. Big
He's
guy.
a rescue.
Yeah.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah.
So
No one
where
loves
did
you
you
like a
get
rescue
him?
dog. Actually, I knew some guys that had him, and then I found out that he was being abused, so I kind of thieved off into the night with my dog.
Oh.
If you ever see this, I'm
stole
sorry.
the dog from some abusers.
Yeah.
Well,
She
good job.
creatively acquired the dog.
Listen, the way this dog loves me and protects me is he knows exactly. We found each other and we bonded, and I couldn't leave him there. I couldn't.
Can't have a
So-
better story than that.
That's right, man. I might just start crying even though there's no snake involved.
I have no idea how people abuse an animal.
I don't
get
either.
that.
Especially, he's got just the most. He's got these little brown eyes that are just so sincere. He could just like look into your soul, and you could just tell that he loved
Oh, not a
my
problem.
son.
I heard you also have cats. Do they look into your soul or?
No, the cats kind of do what they want. The cats are more like my roommates, but I have a cat named Stormin, and then Stormin has a cat named Raven because he got lonely, and he takes care of her mostly. But
So how does Stormin take care of Raven?
yeah, so he cleans her and everything like that, and he does everything with her. I just clean up after and make sure they have food. So
Oh, okay. So how old is Stormin?
Stormin is how old is he now? He's like 3 years old. I got him when I was 18, so actually he's about 4 now, isn't he?
And then and Raven?
Raven is, I think she's 2. She's a lot younger.
Yeah, if you get another cat, you're going to need to call him Norman.
No.
So you can have Storm and Norman.
No, somebody.
No,
Hey,
no,
I've got this one
Raven.
cat. If anybody would like to adopt Raven, this is your official call to
Yeah,
action.
but what would Stormin do if you took Raven away from
He'd
him?
be just fine. He has Appa.
He has opera.
Yeah.
So does the dog ever?
This house has 4 cats. Sometimes you will hear them up there. We're good.
I heard you wanted 5.
I think Peter wants a cat.
No, I want a snake.
Okay?
My wife does not allow that.
Does your dog ever try to step on your cats? Like
No.
we
they
had a dog
actually
that did
play.
that. The cats would come. Well, actually, she did it to other dogs too. She liked to
just
mess
help her.
with her. She liked to mess with other animals' minds.
Mm-hmm.
She once we were babysitting a dog that was bigger than her, and he barked at night, and they were both downstairs, so I had to go downstairs, see what was the matter, and she was laying on the floor in front of his bed, just so he wouldn't get to it. And like, Foxy, you know better.
Mm-hmm.
And so Foxy was way smarter than us.
I like the name Foxy. That's cool too.
Yeah, Foxy was a big dog.
Only 50 pounds, not like 100 pounds.
No. But
Not big lump.
still, I mean, she was strong.
She was
Yeah,
strong.
I remember
She was
watching
very-
her on that hike one time, and I had her on the
pulled
leash,
it.
and
If
she
you
pulled
needed to
you.
go
Yeah.
up, if you needed to go uphill, she would help you. I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely pretty muscly. If I start getting tired on hikes, he'll try to pull me, but I know it's not safe for him, so I always try to like stop him from doing that. But he
That's
does try to
hard
like
to do.
lug me up.
So he takes you on the walk.
Yes, exactly.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
Foxy had a mind of her own.
Mm-hmm.
She was quite the dog.
So, any other pets? Goldfish, pet plant, pet rock.
I got plants, but I wouldn't call them pets. Just the spiders that try to get to them.
Ah.
So what are you going to talk about now, Peter?
What I'm going to talk about is I understand that you really like to cook.
Yes.
So, have you done like chef training of sorts, or just self-taught?
Yeah, just self-taught.
What do you like to make? Do you have a
Go-to
particular?
dinner?
I mean, I really like traditional stuff. I really like pozole rojo and like arroz con pollo.
Pozole rojo.
Yeah, it's a Mexican soup. It's you make it for a long time. It's really good. There's red and there's green, but the red one is the one that I really like. And then arroz con pollo, which is just rice and chicken, but it's like with sazon and like a lot of other stuff in it.
Do you do any of this like in a slow cooker? Did the soups, do you like put them on at the beginning of the day when you get home from work?
Soups, definitely. Those are slow cook. I put it in a big pot at the beginning of the day. I start slow roasting everything in the oven.
Nice. Nice. And so Mexican, Hispanic type of food is your favorite?
Yeah.
Do you ever get the local green chilies?
No, I never do, but there is this food truck that's like right close to the place that sells them, and they have the best food. They have the best tacos if you ever go there.
What about other ethnic foods? Do you like making Mexican or not Mexican, Italian or Spanish? I mean, that's different than Mexican.
Yeah, for sure. I really just like, I don't know, I like making Mexican food because it's what's familiar to me, even though I ended up super, super white, contradictory to my sister. My mom is Mexican, so I cook a lot of the stuff that she does. And then I make a lot of potatoes. I really like potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
So do you like use an air fryer?
Yes, I love using my air fryer. I got an air
my
fryer
wife really
a couple
likes
months
that
ago.
too, and you can cut down the calories, and the flavors are pretty decent. Yeah,
Pretty
that's-
decent, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're
That's
used
quite
to eating French fries, it's like deep fried in beef fat, which traditionally is, how McDonald's and whatnot had great tasting fries. It's a little bit different, the flavor, but it's still really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And what about desserts? Do you have a sweet tooth? Is this
I
something?
really like chocolate.
Chocolate?
Yeah. Sometimes I make a good cake or a pie or something. Oh, I'm really good at making apple pie.
Apple pie.
Have you ever made rhubarb pie?
I have not. I'll have to try that though.
My daughter's fiance, he likes making pies, and he's been working on doing a pie from every fruit.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That sounds really intriguing.
He's-
I like
he's-
blueberries too.
Oh,
So-
blueberries! Blueberries are very good for you. I found out.
Yeah, they're very good.
That's
very
cool.
good for you.
Yeah, high antioxidants.
Yes.
And so do you have other do you eat fish? Do you do fish tacos?
Not a huge fish person. I like seaweed.
You like seaweed. So
That's
like
healthy.
like sushi, you'd like they roll the guck, the middle part of the
Some
sushi.
sushis do contain seaweed.
Yes.
I really like kimbap, which is kind of like sushi. It's like the Korean version. They use a lot more like vegetables and stuff, but it still has the seaweed and the rice. So I really like that because it's not quite as much fish. It's more just like cucumbers, avocados, rice, seaweed, that kind
Sure.
of stuff.
Do you eat the stinky cabbage? What's that called?
Kimchi.
Kimchi.
Kimchi?
Yeah.
I don't.
You're not a
really
big
like kimchi that
stinky
much.
cabbage.
The most interesting Korean restaurant I went to was in Panama, and it took you 2 hours to eat there. But
Because they had to
after
fly the food
and
in
they
from
but they
Korea.
bring in the kimchi and stuff, and then 20 minutes later they bring in the next, and at the end they bought you watermelon, and after the spicy food, it was so great. It was like
I
now
bet.
every time I go eat Korean, I want watermelon. It's
Yeah.
like
It's like a
pretty
pellet
awesome. Trade
cleanser.
me.
Yeah, some kind of
it
fruit.
was great.
Well, we will continue on
Well,
with
with the
pellet cleansing.
Now we're gonna have
music.
we're gonna have Grace
music.
sing. Yeah.
She's gonna sing at least another 3 songs,
Yeah, this
Yeah.
would be great.
and maybe even a little Twisted Sister. We're not gonna take it. We'll see if we can talk her into it when we come right back. Real people, real stories, real life. We're looking for guests. We're looking for you here on the third chair. I'm Peter. That's Doug. And how many different ways can we have guests?
Oh, at least 3. We can have them here in the studio in Colorado Springs. We've had guests all the way from LA on Zoom, and we have gone on location, and we got our 3rd one already in the planning phase.
Awesome. Send us an email and we'll get you on the show.
Give me nothing at all, treat me like a queen. No, I couldn't care less, but the duality. When you come through, Wi-Fi connects automatically. I'm not trying to sing, but you pull that shit out of me, put it out of me. Hit me when we went without about a week. Didn't expect all that to go and make me quite so weak. Sitting there in that Virginia heat, you make me wanna add you to my family tree. We could get together, start a dynasty, build an empire too high for any shade to reach now. You never met a woman like me, never seen such fire. Others may have great beauty, but none could take you higher. I have no time for getting lost downstream. Gonna build an empire now. We could get together, start a dynasty, build an empire too high for any shade to reach now. All along it was a fever, a cold sweat, hard-headed believer. Threw my hands in the air and said, show me something. If you dare, come a little closer. Round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, you know. Oh, not really sure how to feel about it. It's something in the way you move. It makes me feel like I can't live without you, and it takes me all the way. I want you to stay. It's not much of a life you're living. It's not just something to take, it's given. Round and around and around and around we go. Oh, now tell me now, you know. Oh, not really sure how to feel about it. It's something in the way you move. It makes me feel like I can't live without you, and it takes me all the way. I want you to stay. Ooh, the reason I hold on. Ooh, 'cause I need this whole gun. Funny, you're the broken one, but I'm the only one who needed
Welcome to the third chair. And hi, Peter.
Hi, Doug.
Peter misses his cue and he pretends he did it on purpose.
I did.
Wake up, Peter, wake up.
I did miss my cue. And we're here with Gracie.
Gracie or Grace or Grace.
Both, either.
Well, sometime we'll have to tell her who Gracie Allen is. Or no, you.
Yeah,
Gracie.
exactly. Probably some kind of famous movie star or something. Yep.
She was married to George Burns.
Oh, Gracie Allen. Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Who's George Burns?
Oh my. Oh god.
Cigar. Yeah, I mean, like, didn't he live to like 90 years old?
No, he lived to 100.
100, and he was always smoking a cigar. You know, they say don't smoke. He's always drinking a bunch of whiskey or whatever he had in his cup at the time, some kind of alcoholic beverage, and outlived 15 of his doctors.
The justification is real.
But anyway,
Yeah, the justification. Yeah.
we just heard some great singing.
That's right. That's right.
Better to George Burns or Gracie Allen. Of course, I don't know if I ever heard Gracie sing, but
Well, not until last week and this week.
not this Gracie.
Not this Gracie Allen.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, why don't we hear from her about the songs, though?
Well, what was the first one? Dynasty. That's the one she did the music video on in a laundromat
Yes.
with roller skates.
Yeah.
Okay, that deserves an explanation. Yeah, tell us about that one.
I don't know. The roller skates just kind of fit in with the vision that I had, but Dynasty was the first song that I produced and released and everything like that on my own, so that was pretty cool. And then I decided that since that was kind of a special milestone and everything, that would be the first music video that I'd do.
Cool.
Wow,
do
that's
you do your own mixing and mastering, or so you have someone else do that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mixing and the mastering part always amazes me. They have to get that right for it to sound good on the radio.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely working on it, but I'm not quite there yet. So for now, I have some really talented people that I work with.
Cool.
That's neat.
And then what else did you... Stay. Mm-hmm. Stay. Now, I wasn't sure I understood all the lyrics. Did that somehow involve a snake?
No snake, Peter. No snake.
No, it was...
Next time you come to the show, but write a snake song and so we could...
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
something quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
quick.
maybe, what is Spanish for snake? El Snako?
That's perfect.
Yeah, no, maybe it's a feminine verb. La Serpentino or something, or...
You're close,
Yeah,
actually.
something, serpentine, yeah, I speak 12 different languages.
They're all versions of Peter-esque.
I had to speak some French growing up in Canada, but
Nice.
you don't use it, you lose it, and so...
Well, it's serpente.
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 La Serpente or El Serpente?
El serpente.
Okay, so masculine.
Yes.
Guess masculine snake.
Sure.
That's the hardest part. I went to Germany this year, and so I got back and I studied some German, and it's like 13 DOS and that. And then actually, I got like to chapter 8 in this book, and it said, basically, you have to with some of them, it doesn't make sense, and you just have to memorize which one it is, dirty or DOS. Like, well, that helps me a lot.
Well, the thing about Spanish, I mean, there's differences between Mexican Spanish, Central American Spanish, Cuban, Spain.
I worked with two guys, and they were having an argument of Mexican Spanish was the true Spanish or Puerto Rican Spanish.
No, mexicana.
Yeah,
That's the true one.
Well, and then
And
all
like,
the people from Spain, they say, no, it's us, we're the original Europeans. Yeah.
So
We say the same thing to the British, that we have the real English.
I know, right? Europeans aren't original at anything. They just steal everything.
And so, getting back to Stay, what was attractive about that song to you, or any special meaning, or?
That song is definitely one that I listened to a lot growing up. It's a song by Rihanna, and I always just really loved it. It has a lot of really cool vocals to it, and I think that it sounds really pretty. So I just like singing it.
Do you find yourself wanting to sing songs that sound more like they come from a female artist?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I guess there's some male artists that can have a little bit more feminine sounding sounds as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've recently heard this cover of a Billie Eilish song by this artist named ANTM. And I don't know if they go by anything other than that. ANTM is just what I've seen them by. But that one is a man singing, but I really enjoy singing because it's kind of in my range. And I really enjoy a lot of Sam Smith stuff. But generally, I just find that it's a little bit easier to find songs that are in my range when it's, female artists and everything like that.
So is your voice, did you classify yourself normally as like above a tenor? Like, are you classically alto or soprano?
Probably.
Or what's the bottom of your range then?
Yeah, somewhere probably between alto and soprano. I can't sing very, very deeply, but definitely sometimes I can get down there, but more the high notes are kind of where I am good to go.
You really like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Where us guys have to use a little falsetto. Yeah, now we're throwing
Or have someone stomp on our toe.
Yeah,
Exactly, it's
now we're throwing out some technical lingo.
Right.
There
you go.
The only reason you know this is your classical musical training.
Yeah, I'm classically trained, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
classically
right,
trained.
yeah, that's
You didn't
right.
know it, but you are.
I thought that was classlessly trained.
No. Well, there's a number of male singers from rock bands that hit high notes that I really like. When he was younger, Geddy Lee of Rush could sing very high. Rick Emmett of Triumph was another one. There's a few others.
Freddie
as well.
Mercury's drummer he hit the high pitches on Bohemian.
A lot of like classic jazz too. Like some of the men sing really, really high, and even like Al Green and stuff. Sometimes he'll hit some really crazy notes, but it's kind of cool to see the different ranges and stuff. And it really is cool because you can tell that if you work hard enough at something, or if you work hard enough at hitting a certain note, anything like that, really anybody can do it.
Sure. Now, did you ever get into show choir? I don't know what's technically called, but I remember watching a few different movies about the college choirs that would compete. And
in middle school I did chorus, but that's pretty much it. That's the only kind of choir thing that I did. Mostly any kind of choir background came from church. That's most of the group singing that I would do. Is just different events for church environment, stuff like that. But after that, it was just...
Did you sing at weddings as well?
Yeah, so I did a couple of singing gigs for weddings and stuff like that. Predominantly, though, I did more violin quartet kind of stuff. So I had this group that we would do. There was a cellist, another violinist, and a girl who played viola. So we would do a couple of different songs, like the canon ones, all the classic stuff like that. And that was really fun for a while because we would always have like our weekly rehearsals and then try to put together our gigs and stuff.
That would be challenging music, I would imagine. And then what was the last one you sang? Duality.
Duality, yeah.
Duality.
That's one that I wrote in collaboration with my business partner. It was just kind of about the different ways that, you can be feeling one thing while also feeling the other, or just how, how opposing some situations can be, and how there's different, aspects to everything that we go through.
Yeah. I mean, with the lyrics, I mean, I'd have to look at the lyrics really carefully about dualistic thinking, like only thinking one way or the other, or were you trying to focus more on at times you can feel two different sort of opposites at the same time?
Yeah, absolutely. Just kind of that balance in between.
Nice. Well, when we come back, we will have more questions.
Oh, that was a good save.
Yeah. That will not involve a snake. We'll come right back. Hi, I'm Peter from Pikes Peak Recovery Coaching, and as you know, I do help people with drug and alcohol recovery issues. I love to help people get better, but I also offer a variety of other services, including regular life coaching services. I've helped several people write and finish a book. I've helped a doctor that was in medical school graduate and then get into a residency. And I also actually have quite a background in mathematics, and I do some math tutoring for the GED as well as the ASVAB for those that are thinking about a career in the military. So my contact information is on the screen. Please send me an email or a text, and we can talk about some of these services and how I can help. That's Peter Grigg at Pikes Peak Recovery Coaching.
Welcome back to the third chair. We have Peter. He hasn't fallen asleep
Yo.
once tonight.
Yo,
It's been close, but
it's been close.
lucky we have a great guest, Gracie, who has kept him awake.
That's right. She's the professional eye candy. We are just the props.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
So, Gracie,
I think I'll use that in the future for you guys.
Yeah,
the props,
the props.
starring the props. We're gonna
Starring the props.
we're gonna form a duet and use that name.
There you go.
So you talked about your business partner, but he's a little more than your business partner, isn't he?
Yeah. We started doing music together about 4 years ago. And we kind of just became better and better friends along that process. And we figured out we liked each other a little bit more than friends. So we, decided to kind of do the music and, everything else together. It's really cool kind of having a teammate who is, there for me, obviously at the end of the day to have dinner with and everything like that. But also who's there for me in a collaborative way to be able to bounce ideas off of and really have someone to trust with the vision that we're trying to create.
So when you bounce ideas off of each other, do you like know what he's gonna say when you?
It's actually kind of cool. Yeah, sometimes it's pretty cool how in sync we are, because there's not a lot of people that when I'm expressing thoughts about music, it tends to get kind of messy. I can kind of hear what I want it to sound like, but I can't really verbalize it too well. So it's kind of cool, like he'll start, making a song or something like that, and I'll just kind of know what he's talking about, and I'll put my vocals on it or something, and we both feel like, yes, like that was exactly it, or like vice versa, like he'll put a verse or something onto one of my songs, and it's just exactly what I was looking for, that kind of sound that I was trying to achieve.
Nice.
So it's pretty cool.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, that's really common amongst musicians. Like Jimi Hendrix, he never was able to read music, and when he would talk to like his band members, he'd talk to the drummer and say, "Okay, I need a rhythm that sounds like rain." It was that kind of metaphorical communication.
Yeah. Once you can kind of connect on, a feeling or what you're trying to achieve as an end result, it's kind of cool to just get that, kind of loose vibe in the middle where you can kind of fluctuate and see kind of what plays out, what works.
So somebody wanted your music or your lessons. How can they contact you?
Yeah, so you can, come to my Instagram, GSHENKY. G Shenky is what I go by for all my artistry for Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. And then my business links will all be connected through there, booking information, all that good stuff. You can email me whenever you like.
And you'll just like email them back or send
absolutely.
Do you send people a note back on Instagram too? And that sort of thing?
I usually try
I
to
think we got her on the show.
Exactly. So.
Well, miracles continue to happen.
Well, we lucked out there.
Yeah, we sure did.
Guys.
Well, that's great. And I assume you're still looking for business and clients
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
you're not so busy that if someone wanted to talk with you,
Yeah, she's busy,
You're
but she-
booked. You're booked
she-
6
she
months out.
she can do it, though.
No, absolutely. Always looking for cool, new venues. Always looking for shows. Always looking for, anybody who's in need of lessons. All that good stuff. So,
All
sure.
right. Well, check her out
She just
and
needs a
support
short
her.
nap.
Yeah.
She can get it done.
That's right. That's right. And thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and hit the notification bell icon so you know when we've uploaded another episode from 2 Minute Duck Entertainment and the Third Chair. Thank you, and we'll see you all next week.
Thank you.
This is